Hello, guys. Welcome to Beyond Injury Time. We are all excited by the week that has gone by, and I'm obviously very excited. But everybody else is also excited, I'm sure, to talk about whatever they have on their mind. And like everybody had, I would say, the match, a match of a significance, probably a lot more to me personally, maybe, but it was a significant match for rest of us as well, of their own clubs, obviously. And we're just going to talk about it a little bit, how we saw that particular match, and maybe what we think about it. And I actually want to start first because I want to gloat a little bit. See, this is in this particular group, at least, ours is the only team that has probably won. And uh, see, the thing is that Liverpool is a team which doesn't have a good midfield, obviously. Like, our midfield sucks, it seems, and Darwin cannot score any goals at all, and our defense is also very shaky. And because of all those things, we are at the top of the league. So obviously, I'm very happy that
Look, the
almost.
problem with you gloating is that you should draw inspiration from Arsenal, actually. What happened
Mhm.
to them for gloating 8 months together? You
Yeah, I know,
should
I
draw
know.
inspirations from that. What
I'd
happened if
I'd
you
rather
gloat too
I'd
much?
I'd rather draw inspiration from our old campaigns where we did what we generally do, come back and basically go at it like a real tussle, till the end of
I
the
I thought
till the end of the
from
match.
by I thought by old campaign you were referring to Brendan Rodgers season, like that Swaraj and Sturridge. Okay, yeah, yeah.
I'm going to see this. That's the beauty of being at the top of the table. I can let you guys talk about it all. You guys can basically say anything to me, and it's not going to make any difference to me. See, everybody basically uh, completely downplayed this season for Liverpool. Everybody thought that it's going to be a rebuild, and that we are just not, the way that we are playing, we're just not going to be there anywhere near the top of the table. Everybody was better than us, and then here we are, still persevering, still grinding results, and at the top of the table at this particular point. So I'm very happy. This is probably actually the best time to be at the top of the table, because before this we have had all our problems, and now like, we are going towards a solution sort of the thing. And I feel like that anything that's going to come is going to be better. And yeah, I'm very excited about it. And the match actually kind of embodies all that thing, like how like, I can see that you guys used to say that we don't play well. We actually did not play well at all against Crystal Palace. And I almost thought that probably, if the way that we were playing, probably Crystal Palace would get a result. But as we are, somehow we just get back into the game, and we somehow make the comebacks, and we get the results. And I don't have too much to talk about the match, quite honestly. For most part, and even I think Klopp said at the end of the match, that's probably one of the worst matches that we have played, and still won it. So yeah, all I'm happy about is that, by the way, very happy for Harvey, that goal, that winning goal that he got. Like, he did like 5 celebrations, man, and I think that I'm like, it's good for his confidence. Overall, it seems like that our team is going to do really good, and let's see how it goes. See, I'm looking at you. I'm looking
क्या
at your
बत्ती सी
faces.
दिखा के हंसता है भाई ये.
मैं
मतलब
मैं ये सोच रहा
साले,
हूँ कि
the
वो
grin
हार्वी
on
एलियट
his
के लिए खुश
face.
है।
I mean,
हार्वी एलियट 5 सेलिब्रेशन किया, उसको मालूम है एक ही गोल मारेगा मैं।
I know, I know, I know.
5 फट 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 सेलिब्रेशन कर लिया,
But
है ना?
okay, on that note, Salah scored his 200th goal, and I mean, probably, what a guy, man. Seriously,
oh,
I every time I
Can we
think
just have
about
this
that.
guy off from the podcast for some time,
No,
भाई?
come
क्या
on, come
है
on.
ये?
Like, see, we talked about Haaland when he scored, I don't know, whatever 50th goal or something. Salah scores 200. I think we can talk about it a little bit.
little
That
bit,
that
yeah.
Yeah, that dude is just doing wonders. He was called one season wonder. It's like 7th season for him, and he's just
भाई ने
going with.
पहले बोला था, फर्स्ट सीजन में बोला
I
था
know,
कि
I know, I know. First season, but still.
माय गॉड।
So yeah, I mean, awesome achievement for us, and obviously he's a legend for us, and obviously we're happy for him as well. So overall, really good week for
and
Liverpool.
and
But
anything about Allison?
Alisson is back from injury way sooner than we expected him to be, and then he makes
Because he's
an
the best keeper in the world. That's why he's back, right?
obviously because
Okay.
did you see? I was not going to mention Alisson, and then you said his name, and now I have to mention that godly save that he made. You know, so
Man, you are a fan.
I
You
am a
don't need
fan.
cues from us to speak about your players, man.
I know. Say, I'm obviously very
But
happy,
we
but
should talk about the red card incident, I feel.
I say the red card incident. All I feel is that I
Classic
mean,
Scouser move, isn't it?
mhm.
Classic Scouse move.
Say I'm going to draw parallels to what Jota got against Spurs. We complained about it. I don't think that will like it if we get it against us. But those we did not like, by the way, that very softer ones were given for Jota also. So we probably shouldn't like this as well. And I don't really care if it also did not happen. I wouldn't have worried too much actually. But um, happened with me, I probably wouldn't like it. If it's happening against me, I won't complain too much about it. Let's just say that
Yeah,
it's a
of course.
sound, yeah, because those are the kind of fouls that are being given. Actually, it was second. I mean, it was two yellows converted into the red card, and I mean, it's very similar to how Jota basically went into the second foul completely stupidly, and now you do not give anything to the referee to actually like you're basically giving a referee the decision to make. So I mean that's the thing. You might be you might in this season basically you have to be very careful if you have a yellow on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I think about that. But
What
yeah, a
else?
lot too much about me, I guess. Like I'm very happy, but I'm sure that you guys have a lot to talk about, and maybe not with the kind of happiness that I have. So let's start with Manchester United, man. You guys were flying. You guys were basically winning. Everybody got like manager of the month and player of the month and whatever of the month
Goal of the
and
month as well.
goal of the month and everything. This was your month, and then you go to Bournemouth, and then they basically show you that no, it's not all honey and all glory and everything. So yeah,
Uh,
how was the match?
yeah, I mean, uh, so there were two game weeks, right? This time around, and we came from the highs of Chelsea after having won against them.
Yeah.
At least the fan in me knew there are still the same exact problems that we saw in Chelsea. I mean, if you go out there in the social media and read too much, you know, United fans or any fan for that matter, they're crazy. And every time I see people just writing, "We are back, United are back."
It's the hope, man.
I'm
It's
like,
the hope
I'm
that kills,
thinking to
isn't it?
myself that ये लोग वाइब्स के लिए जीते हैं भाई. और ये क्लब एक वाइब क्लब बन के रह गया है. ठीक है. As a fan, this is my opinion. And but the like okay, if you are a vibe kind of a fan, that you
Mm-hmm.
enjoys the highs in one single football match,
Mm-hmm.
you गैलेक्टिको साइनिंग आ गया, तुम उसका शर्ट खरीद लिए, नंबर
Mm-hmm.
चिपका लिए और खुद का नाम भी प्रिंट करवा लिए, पैसे उड़ा लिए. तो
Mm-hmm.
ऐसे बहुत फैन है यूनाइटेड
Obviously.
फैन में, एंड आई पर्सनली फील ऐसा बहुत लोग हैं यहाँ पे. एंड देयर मैच गोर्स एज वेल, मतलब
Obviously.
डेडिकेटेड मैच गोर्स
Mm-hmm.
उसमें से भी हैं. पैसा तो खर्च करते हैं यूनाइटेड को देखने के लिए, वो वाइब के लिए भी हो जो भी हो. But there is always a group of fans we all interact to, and ऐसा है कि everyone talks in all seriousness. There is a group that
Mm.
talks in all seriousness, and we know
Mm-hmm.
that there are problems. There is a big hole in midfield, right? And uh, your first choice is Casemiro.
Mm-hmm.
Casemiro plays with McTominay, or they shuffle between Casemiro and Eriksen, whatever. जो भी combinations है. And you can always say कि यार Casemiro is playing, Eriksen is second choice, so Eriksen is fit. So what's the problem? The problem is about balance. Every manager seeks balance. It could be 100 million pound player sitting on the bench,
Mm-hmm.
right? You have to sacrifice him for balance. Every manager seeks balance in a sport. The more balanced you are across the field, the better you perform. Now, Eric Ten Hag has been experimenting to try to get to that balance. So you
Okay.
mentioned about the period where we got this player of the match and whatever Garnacho scored a blinder and all that. So ये सब मिला, but
Hmm.
what Premier League also sees before they give out awards is basically results. They don't read into कि भाई ये मैनेजर ने फोड़ा है, अच्छा खेला है, बुरा खेला है. You can get
So
1-0
it's
wins, get away with murder, and you still get the award. So I personally don't read much into it.
Mm-hmm.
बट सोशल मीडिया का है, वो लोग बोलेंगे हे क्राइसिस बोल दिया यूनाइटेड को, यूनाइटेड अबव न्यू कैसल. मैन ये सब क्या है? आई डोंट रिलेट टू सच थिंग्स. बट देखो प्रॉब्लम्स है मिडफील्ड में. अगेन कमिंग बैक टू द पॉइंट, इतने सारे जो इंजरीज हुए हैं, राइट, टू मेनी इंजरीज हैव अनस्टेब मतलब haven't helped Eric Ten Hag to stabilize it,
Okay.
right? The defense, the keeper, everything goes through the midfield. We all know that. If you win your midfield battles and your goal scorer is shit, you can still grind out games.
Mm-hmm.
We all talk about Liverpool fan here. He talked about we grind out results even though we are not at our best.
Mm-hmm.
Why? When you say grind out results, na, basically essentially you mean your midfield and defense. Ki bhai, you absorb attack, you have pressers, you have runners, somehow you survive of games, and there is one moment you take your chance and score a goal, and you say you grind out results. यही है. You're not मतलब तुम सेक्सी फुटबॉल नहीं खेल रहे हो बेसिकली.
You're not dominating.
You're
Yeah.
not, yeah. बट तुम कर रहे हो. बट यूनाइटेड को तू कैसे एसोसिएट करेगा ग्राइंड करने के लिए जब
Mm-hmm.
मिडफील्ड ही नहीं है, लेग्स ही नहीं है, बॉल को कामली रख के पास स्टिच टुगेदर अ ट्रायंगल और अ पास करने का मतलब एबिलिटी ही नहीं है. ऑल दीज प्लेयर्स दैट आर करंटली प्लेइंग आर इंडिविजुअल प्लेयर्स दैट कैन फिट इन अ how do you say, fit in a team like Arsenal, for example, or maybe fit in a team like Liverpool. Liverpool नहीं बोलूंगा because they are also adapting, but maybe let's say City. एक मैक्टोमिने को अगर तू आर्सेनल या किसी में डाल देगा, उसको तू बोलेगा भाई तू पोचिंग का काम कर, उनके तो ऑलरेडी गोल स्कोरिंग का प्रॉब्लम है, मैक्टोमिने जाके धूम मचा देगा. उसको कुछ करना ही नहीं है, उसको बोलेगा बॉक्स के अंदर बॉल डाल, वो पेलने वाला है, बॉडी लगा के जो भी कर. बट अपना established ही नहीं है. एंड ऑल दीज आर मैक्टोमिने एंड ऑल दीज आर इंडिविजुअल प्लेयर्स हु आर अनेबल टू परफॉर्म टुगेदर एज अ टीम. मिसफिट्स है बहुत सारे. सो दीज वेर द प्रॉब्लम्स विच वर एविडेंट इन द बोरेमोथ गेम. एंड बोरेमोथ का सिंपल प्लान था. चेल्सी का प्लान was to come and play attacking football and win, but they lost. बोरेमोथ had a clear plan that हमको सिट बैक करना है और एक बॉल इनके मिडफील्ड के थ्रू देना है एंड हमको गोल मिलना है. और उन्होंने वही किया. दे प्लेड थ्रू आवर मिडफील्ड, ओके, एंड दे गॉट जॉय आउट ऑफ इट, एंड सो मच जॉय दैट literally guys, I'm telling you out here that first half they had so many clear-cut chances. The scoreline would have been 4-0 in the first half itself. Forget about second half. It was that embarrassing. And ठीक है, I talked about Chelsea. I talked about the manager. I talked about the Bournemouth game. I don't want to discuss much. I'll talk about the Liverpool game also a little bit. Liverpool coming up. You're going to Anfield after having played the Champions League game. And वो Champions League game was actually, when I was watching the game, I saw player के efforts. They were trying to be there because
Okay.
having lost 3-0 at home to Bournemouth, you cannot afford to lose another 3-0 or 4-0 trying to win the game, right? मतलब एरिक टेन हाग वुड लूज फेस. ठीक है, फॉर वट एवर रीजन. तुम 1-0 हार के बाहर निकल गए, इट्स फाइन. ऐसा माहौल था भाई. तो दैट्स द थिंग. प्लेयर्स प्रेस, दे रैन अ लॉट. ऑल्दो कोई टैक्टिक वैक्टिक मेरे को कुछ दिखा नहीं, पैटर्न वैटर्न, बट भागे, लौंडे भागे. अब जितना वो भाग रहे थे ना, मेरी उतनी फट रही थी. अब पूछो क्यों? क्योंकि लिवरपूल गेम है. और यही प्लेयर्स विल बेल ऑन, मतलब प्लेयर्स, आई मीन आगे जाके सोशल मीडिया और whoever the fans will say that players don't care about the manager. स्काई स्पोर्ट्स वाले बोल देंगे कि they didn't run. कीन आके पेलेगा, you didn't run. ठीक है. अब no one cares about fatigue. They will say, oh, you are wearing the badge, you should run. मैं भी बोलूंगा शायद अगर हम हार जाएंगे after the game. But you have to understand, they committed their everything. We are already not physically ready, but they covered quite a quite a lot of grass in that Bayern Munich game, trying to salvage a win. But ऐसा नहीं हुआ. They ran a lot. एंड लेग्स आर गॉन, और अभी 2 दिन में लिवरपूल गेम है, एंड पूल बराबर फिट एंड रेडी है, मोस्ट ऑफ दैट प्लेयर्स आर फिट, एंड वी आर अगेन फॉर द सेकंड और थर्ड टाइम इन द सीजन डाउन टू द बेयर बोन्स. अपने जो लास्ट सेंटर बैक पेयरिंग थे आर गॉन नाउ. वी आर ऑलरेडी डाउन टू लास्ट पेयरिंग इन मिडफील्ड, एंड आई होप कोबी मेनू प्लेस, बिकॉज टेन हैग, आई पर्सनली फील, एक ब्रिलियंट चीज किया कि वो बोला कि मेरे को बायर्न के अगेंस्ट हार भी जाओ, आई एम नॉट प्लेइंग मेनू. अगर वो इंजर्ड हो गया या फटीक हुआ, हम तो पूल से वापस 10-0 हारेंगे, प्रीमियर लीग रिकॉर्ड होने वाला. सो ही, आई पर्सनली फील our backing should entirely go to Ten Hag. And even though we may lose against Liverpool, I mean, people are calling for his head, but at United, that's not the way. There are bigger problems, bigger fish to fry. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Before Manish you start, I just want I was listening to Rajesh, right? And he mentioned this one thing that the team that you currently have, a lot of players are very individual in nature, and there's a lack of cohesion. Maybe it's due to injuries because you guys have a lot of injuries as well, and Ten Hag is not exactly getting the time to create that cohesion as well. But still, what I want to ask is that it's not like these players have not been training with Ten Hag. Obviously, these guys are training as well. Even if they are not playing, they would be training with Ten Hag. So that lack of cohesion, basically, are you going to just put it completely on injuries, or you guys see something else that probably we are not able to see from our side?
No, it's completely a confidence thing, because there is clearly a lack of confidence. All this pattern
You're
of,
not audible. You're,
no,
Yes,
as in now,
less
is it
audible,
now?
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
less
all
audible.
this comes down to really
Perfect.
to confidence.
Yeah.
Like there is no confidence in the team, and because of the injuries and because of the results, and obviously playing for Manchester United has that pressure, and because of that, this confidence has gone.
Mm-hmm.
So because of this lack of confidence, people who like playing good or better in last season are not able to replicate that form. That is one thing. And like confidence, it's not like one part of the team is lacking confidence. It's everything. Like
Mm-hmm.
only part of the team which is, I think, good at confidence is the defense. Though there is no certain set of players who picked every game, or there is no proper playing 11 or even a back four. You see fullbacks playing as center backs, and left back playing at right back playing at left back position, and all that. It's all makeshift, but still they are the ones who are better in terms of like standards what we have. But all
Okay.
in the midfield and attack, there's no confidence, there is no style of play, and everything has gone. but but people are running and trying to make that effort.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
what I saw was like even the fans are not like now having that confidence. Like even in the Champions League game, the stadium was not full at the start of the match. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a rare scene in Old Trafford at European nights. You see everybody filled, everybody in the game, and everybody making noise and all, everybody with that believe kind of attitude and flags and everything. It was not that kind of a night at when we
Correct.
faced Bayern Munich. Like
Yeah.
it almost took more than 40-45 minutes to crowd to get into the game. I know at Anfield it is like half an hour before the game everybody is ready on the ground, but at Old Trafford it is not usually the case that the crowd not turning up for an
Atmosphere is
European night.
really toxic and bad.
But it was not
Yeah.
so good because the fans have also now understood that okay, this has happened many a time. Like
Mm.
there has been a
Mm-hmm.
bad start to the season, players losing confidence, and then we blame it on players, and we also blame it on the manager, and then we
Mm.
ask for the head of the manager, and then manager
Yeah.
gets sacked. Now
Yeah.
this has happened. Now the fans, as fans, we also don't want the manager to sack,
Mm-hmm.
because if that is the worst thing that could happen, who are you going to bring then? What is the next solution you have? There is nothing. Like last year you were saying sack this guy, bring Eric Ten Hag, sack this guy, bring Zidane. Now who are you going to bring? So that question is out of the picture.
Yeah.
Now fans should do something which the AC Milan fans did. Like they should go into the game. And like even before the Fulham game, there was a banner where fans showed like, play it as if you mean it. So that is the message from the fans. Like players needs to take responsibility. Now the players are taking responsibility and running, but there is no confidence. It's still
Hmm.
like here and there. And like I was really
It's
disappointed with
still, as
Bruno.
Abhay Maheshwari says, hoof ball.
Yeah,
Hoof
like
ball and pray to Allah that it goes in the back of the net.
for, for the last game, I was really disappointed with Bruno. I am not usually completely disappointed with Bruno, but he got a useless yellow card, and
Mm-hmm.
that was not a yellow card.
Literally
It was the
bailed
fifth yellow card.
as a
Like
captain.
he as a captain, he as a player, like he is the
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
most cleverest person in football, and he it's not like that he doesn't know that he's on four yellow cards, and if he gets a yellow card, he'll be on a holiday watching the match
He
at
saved himself the
Anfield from
embarrassment.
home. So like I really think, and it's a known fact, like if me and you fans can see it, everybody in the experts panel, even Eric Ten Hag would know that like
Hmm.
Bruno saved himself from Anfield. Like now he's suspended, he's not playing. Shaw gets injured, Maguire gets injured, Johnny Evans will come in. I don't know who's going to play with him. Is it Varane or
But you
Lindelof
know,
or
Manish, one thing, just one thing. I am,
Hmm,
मतलब डीप डाउन, मतलब कितना भी अंदर जाके अपने मन में,
hmm.
मतलब तू झाके देखा तो आई एम काइंड ऑफ हैप्पी, मतलब हैप्पी कि ब्रूनो नहीं है, ये नहीं है, अपना
Yes,
रैशफोर्ड
yes.
शायद नहीं खेलने वाला, मैं थोड़ा खुश हूँ कि यार कुछ तो करेंगे। ऐसा
You have you have your things sorted, like
करेक्ट
you have
करेक्ट,
everything in. And maybe this might get Liverpool complacent, but I don't
राइट
think
राइट
so,
राइट,
because Liverpool are all always charged up. It is a fixture they look forward to. And also the one point Rajesh made, that like people are running and putting that effort, and they might
दे
get
आर,
tired for the weekend. I don't think so, because Liverpool are going to play a Europa game on Thursday, and
Hmm.
Klopp is not going to complain. He has complained his share, and he has now left it. Like he said, whatever I've said, abhi to
लिवरपूल
sunne
हैव
nahi wala hai.
क्वालिफाइड राइट?
Though they have
Yeah, but we
qualified,
still have a match, so at least half of the team will play.
there will be five or four, even six players playing, who would be
Yeah.
like again playing on the weekend.
I mean,
So that is
I
not the
can
matter of
imagine
like,
the
yeah.
youngsters that he's going to put, but still, like
Hmm.
half of the team has to be from first
But
team.
that's what Klopp can manage this.
No,
But
like
yeah, go ahead, go ahead,
again,
Yeah.
go ahead.
if it was the
Hmm.
previous seasons, like other any other manager, this would have been the perfect recipe for sacking. Like against Anfield,
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
go out there, you lose, you get the sack. But this time, we as fans and everybody, we are chill. We don't want Eric Ten Hag to be sacked, and we really think that he will not be sacked. And the problem is, even Eric Ten Hag knows this, that he will not be get sacked. So maybe that is also playing in
हाँ,
his mind. And the players are now in a dilemma that okay, this shit is not going to
अरे
happen.
भाई,
That has been
जॉब
happening for the
सिक्योरिटी भी
last.
तो चाहिए, जॉब
Uh,
सिक्योरिटी चाहिए कि नहीं?
but players now understand that the trick that we have been doing, it is not going to happen this time. This time, if we lose at Anfield, we are not going to see the newspaper where it is written sacked and then
Such a
caretaker
refreshing
manager.
thought. Yeah,
This
yeah.
is not going to happen, so they are going to run. I don't know, they are
Oh
going
my
to
God.
run. And you know, Liverpool is not the only game. We are going to face West Ham and Aston Villa next. So
Hmm.
Aston Villa, you know what they have done to the Man City and Arsenal. So they are not easy games. And come the new year, we are going to face Spurs, and we are going to have that FA Cup as well, like one more
Hmm.
tournament to
Maheshwari
look
is
forward
already
to.
itching to speak about
Yeah,
Villa,
yeah.
by the way.
Wherein Donny Van de Beek might get a chance to play in FA Cup and all that. So
Donny
I'm
Van der
as a
Beek.
fan, I am like almost like relaxed, because I'm not expecting anything. I'm just expecting a
सैचुरेशन आ गया
decent
भाई.
performance. I'm not
Bhai,
expecting a
I
result.
am going to screening with him. It's booked.
You can go, no problem. I know you are going, because see, I'm also going to turn up for the game and watch the match. I also want United to win, but pragmatically, I would want to see a response. I want to see a stable response.
You
Even
mean
if we draw,
practically, right?
it is good. Yeah,
Huh.
practical. Yeah,
No, you said pragmatically.
yeah. I want to see a
Parlo
normal,
Pirlo, you
realistic
know.
approach. Yeah, I don't think this losing at Anfield will result in a sacking, or
Yeah,
players
that's
are going to get more embarrassed. No, it's all happened. What else do you want? Like, और कितना गंदा खेलोगे? हो गया.
कितना और जलील करोगे?
हाँ, बस तुम Just go
Uh,
out there, perform, and like give
Maybe,
a
maybe,
meaningful
Abhay,
performance.
Klopp has to better last time results at Anfield.
I'm listening
8
to
नहीं
you guys,
लगाओगे
but
तभी जलील होंगे. ये
I'm
5-6 से कुछ नहीं होगा.
I'm listening to both of you, and by the way, that Bruno thinks seriously. As a captain, I feel like if that was intentional, that is just like bad mentality, man.
Yeah, and I want to still speak about Bruno because last time जब result आया था, which was a very pathetic result, 7-0, right?
Yeah.
उस टाइम भी वो मुंह बना के ऐसे दिखा रहा था कि मेरे को फील्ड छोड़ के जाना है. This is what I remember,
Yeah, I
right?
also remember.
How that gave me like that Pogba, remember that 5-0 where Pogba basically went inside, got a red card and got out basically. It's kind of a similar kind of energy where they just do not want to play.
Yeah.
Because Bruno is a very smart guy. Very
Hmm.
smart guy. ये मैं मानता है.
तुम्हें पता है,
Exactly.
when Bruno was assisting, you Abhay know, right? We have talked about it that but there are certain elements missing from Bruno. उसके बस goal involvements मत गिनो, as a player भी गिनो, भाई. And there are problems with Bruno, right? And he's not a United player. I have maintained it. I'll continue to maintain it. But
But he
ठीक है
gets you
अभी.
those.
Yeah.
अबे वो goal and assist machine है यार. कुछ
That
बोल
is
लो तुम.
true.
And
He's
he
he's
gets those.
Like,
creatively he's good.
how can you be like in someone's pocket in the big games?
Yeah,
तू
that is
बता
a problem.
That's
तू
true.
बता in which big game you remember Bruno has contributed to United success?
सक्सेस तो नहीं, मेरे को ये मालूम है कि पेनल्टी मिलता तो वो मारता था.
हाँ.
मेरे को उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता ना. मेरे को उससे फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता.
He has
ट्रॉफी कितना
performed
जीता
in
है ये बताओ.
many games, like against City when under Ole and other managers. He has performed, but not this season. But this
Rajesh,
season तो वो छोड़ ही
Rajesh
दिया
is
पूरा.
done with it, man.
Give up ही
I
कर
am
दिया.
done with it. Money still has hope.
No.
See,
But I
I'm
don't find Bruno as a pocket वाला player. He cannot play in the pockets. मेरे को ऐसा नहीं लगता. As in receive the
नहीं
ball and then
लगता नहीं,
pass the
वो
ball.
है ही नहीं. वो ट्रांजिशन प्लेयर है.
हाँ. But he's a great transition player.
Great
हाँ,
transition
Great
great,
guy.
elite. मतलब
Elite.
तुझे पता है, if that man, if you put him in a Real Madrid team, he's going to kill it.
yeah.
भाई रनर्स दे है ना, पता है ना, रनर्स
बस.
और बेलिंगम, फिर तो उनके गोल स्कोरिंग इतना इंप्रूव हो जाए ना, +10 जोड़ दे. he'll keep giving you balls, तो वो चैनल में भागते रहेंगे और मजे
भागते
ले
रहो.
लेगा वो. तो ट्रांजिशन
He has his skills.
he has
Right,
his
right,
skills,
right. Yeah.
but Ten Hag प्लेयर नहीं है ये.
Yeah. I'm listening to both of you and how you guys are saying कि मतलब हाँ ठीक है, we are relaxed and all. But come the weekend is going to be at Anfield, obviously. By the way, we are going to have 7,000 more people in the stadium. It seems like that stand is again ready, so it's going to be even more electric than it was last year.
Still
And
less than United's Old Trafford.
No,
everybody's
I
waiting.
really feel for the away fans of United who are going to go to Anfield.
Yeah,
See,
they're going to have an experience, man.
just feel like they have really good heart, and like see how much heart they have that they are going to their enemy territory, knowing that like there are so many players missing, but still like going to support their team. So that really like I feel
Yeah.
for them. Yeah.
This is the thing with this fixture, by the way. I know that United has so many problems and they have injuries and everything, but somewhere I feel like that somehow they'll just turn up. This fixture is just like that. That it
They'll turn
basically
up,
clicks.
they'll run.
It just
That's
clicks a
the that's the
gear.
beauty. Yeah, that's the beauty
Yeah,
of
that's
this
the beauty
picture.
of this fixture, man. And I'm looking forward to it, quite
But
honestly.
you will win, don't worry about it.
No, I'm not worried. I'm just looking forward to it. Like I know that we are going to play good, but I'm not going to say that it's going to be an easy fixture, okay? Because if it's like that, if United is in the group even for a little bit, right? These kind of games they change because of some small elements, and that's
No.
what makes this really exciting. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. We're going to go together, so obviously we're going to watch it together. That is going to be awesome. Yeah.
So
And
appeal to all of our watchers.
yeah,
we get
we
you
will
some
vlog a
fan
bit,
reactions during the
obviously.
game. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
on yeah man
Michael is getting
on
goals.
that
Getting signed.
thing, I want to go a little bit towards Arsenal now. Villa is having a really good season. That's what I want to start with. And when they won against City, I thought good job, nice, but can they do it again? And then they go like they play against Arsenal and then they do it again. So obviously credit to them, but not a good day for Arsenal.
Did you see his gloat fade away after that loss?
Yeah.
No. Actually speaking, I know the result says we lost 1-0, but we actually played really well, like really well, as a cohesive unit, right? Very where we were really bad was in the finishing, like
Mhm.
really pathetic.
Okay.
And I do think we need a new finisher because Gabriel Jesus, for all he is, he's not a scorer, right? He admitted it himself,
Okay.
right? There were a few chances
Okay.
that,
Like
huh?
Pep knew already, it seems then. That's
Yeah,
why he
yeah,
was not
yeah.
playing.
हाँ, तो उसने हालैंड ले लिया, वो फिर चैंपियंस लीग भी जीत गया, है ना? He
Right.
figured it out. But
Yes.
he's a very good player. He's a very good
Hmm.
player, and he's
Hmm.
very versatile and whatnot. And the other player that we have, Nketiah, I
Hmm.
mean, he's not really a player you would say we can compete for the title with.
Okay.
But other than that, Odegaard missed quite a few chances, and in the previous game, Aston Villa kind of dominated City, proper domination.
Hmm.
In
Proper.
this
Hmm.
game, we were the ones who were dominating,
Hmm.
right? पहला गोल हम 7 मिनट में खाए, and that was a good goal, by the way, very well scored, very well scored. But in this game, we were dominating and we had our chances also.
Okay.
And I'm going to sound like a broken record, but भाई रेफरीज को कुछ तो है हमसे. मैं और कुछ मानने को तैयार ही नहीं हूँ. मैं और कुछ मानने को तैयार ही नहीं हूँ. ठीक
Manish,
है?
please
Oh
pay
my
attention.
God.
No, because भाई, चल I'll
I just
start.
know how it feels, you know. I'm just going to let him speak. Yeah, man. Go.
भाई, अरे भाई, पेनल्टी बॉक्स में मिडवे गैब्रियल जूसस का पैर है, वो बॉल कंट्रोल कर रहा है, डगलस लुइस नीचे से मार रहा है,
हाँ, देखा मैंने वाला. हाँ.
मार रहा है ना? ऐसा he's not touched it, वो मार रहा है भाई, लिटरली मार रहा है. दिस गाय has lost balance, वो गिरा है. वार वार कुछ नहीं भाई, वार वार कुछ नहीं.
Oh, it did not even go to VAR.
नहीं, वार के पास गया, बोला
अच्छा.
ऑन फील्ड रेफ का हम डिसीजन ये करेंगे. एंड आई एम जस्ट लुकिंग एट, इट्स नॉट अ टच भाई, ही इज लिटरली, अगर एक पैर तेरा, if it is up and you're standing on the other leg,
हाँ.
and if somebody touches it, you're
हाँ.
off balance because that
Obviously.
happens. वो हुआ, I was like ठीक है भाई, है ना? See, I have made my peace कि हमें एक या दो गोल एक्स्ट्रा मारने पड़ेंगे. I have made my peace with that. But भाई उसके बाद there was another goal that we scored. This happened in the 46th minute.
Okay.
Right? This happened in the 46th minute. Now in the fag end of the game, again we scored another goal. We
Okay.
scored a goal. ठीक है? And that time, what happened is the ball first touched Matty Cash's hand.
Okay.
Matty Cash's hand.
And
then it touched Harvard's hand and then went inside
that
the goal.
clutter goal. Okay. हाँ,
हाँ,
yeah.
clutter goal.
हाँ,
Right?
yeah.
So मेरे को पहले लगा कि अच्छा फाउल दिया है कि किसी ने पुश किया है.
हाँ.
But then they said it is a goal, it is a kick for Aston Villa because it touched Harvard's hand. And it didn't make sense. मेरे को लगा या तो पेनल्टी मिलेगा या गोल मिलेगा, है ना? And they said कि Aston Villa को मिल रहा है.
That is quite difficult to judge.
Actually, yeah. I mean, I'm
But
not
it
also
touched
sure
Matty
about
Cash's
it.
hand first, no?
No.
Not exactly. It's difficult to tell actually which part of
The
his hand
rules
actually
are like
touched.
the rules are like if you are a attacker and you score while any part of the ball is touching your hand, it is going to be disallowed. Now if that attacker gives that pass to some other guy and assists and the other person scores a goal, it is not a handball then. But when a defender is defending and it is accidentally hitting any part of your body, like hitting an arm, it is not deemed to be a handball.
Correct.
But if it is an attacker, even if it is accidental or whatever it is, it will be an handball. So it was a case of that, because of which Havertz got that handball and Cash did not. Because
Fair enough. उसके अलावा भी हम गोल मारे थे भाई. उसके अलावा भी गोल मारे थे. वो भी चौक ऑफ कर दिया भाई कि अच्छा पुश हुआ है करके, है ना? पुश हुआ है. And that is always given a goal. But ठीक है.
उसके अलावा भी था क्या?
ये सब questionable है. ठीक है.
Okay.
And then in the fag end, not in the fag, in the last 15 minutes, right? भाई Diego Carlos जो है उनका player, ठीक है? So Aston Villa has two thugs in their team. One is Douglas Lewis, ठीक है? In the midfield. और इसी ने गैब्रियल जीसस का पैर भी मारा था. और फिर ऐसे क्वेश्चन करता है भाई. मेरे को ऐसा लगता है the ref has his girlfriend's number, Lehman's number. वो बोलती है वैसे ही मानते. मेरे को समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा भाई. I was so, देख, एक होता है कि you're playing shit and you're losing and you just have to suck it up and be like, we were playing really good bhai, really good. And then Diego Carlos had a elbow मार रहा है सर पे एनकीटिया के. He was running, elbow मार रहा है, right? भाई violent conduct कुछ नहीं भाई, कुछ नहीं. It's an
येलो भी
elbow.
नहीं,
हाँ?
येलो भी
नहीं,
नहीं.
अबे उसको सीधा रेड मिलना था भाई.
अच्छा.
अगर तू once you watch it, सीधा रेड था.
Arsenal
एक
at
होता
their
है,
extremes,
एक होता है
you
you're
know.
trying to block ऐसे. That is different. It's a elbow to the head भाई. WWE चल रहा है. रेफरी पहले तो कुछ दिया ही नहीं, ओएनकेटीएल लेटा पड़ा है, तब जाके रेफरी आया कि अच्छा शायद कुछ हुआ है इसको. If he wouldn't have done anything ना, कुछ नहीं होता था. But actually speaking, I was in terms of the way we played, I think we should have converted more, without a doubt. मतलब convert करना चाहिए था, because we made 4 clear cut chances थे. तो ठीक है, 2 तो मैं expect करता हूँ मिस करेंगे, है ना, क्योंकि बिग चांसेस मिस्ड में हमारे पास है गैब्रियल जीसस और एनकेटिया टॉप ऑफ द टेबल. ठीक है, अब एक तो मार दो यार. 2 नहीं, एक तो मार दो. And they missed that.
What happened to Cobra Kai?
Huh?
Cobra Kai was coming into his own, that space. He was attacking the spaces. Confidence build up हो रहा था. उसको क्यों नहीं खिलाया?
नहीं, he started playing well. He passed well also. With the King, what we call Kai Havertz, there's a problem, right? The problem is at all points of time he's looking for support somewhere. मतलब उसको अगर तू 1-on-1 बॉल दे देगा ना आगे, तो वो साइड में लेके जाके वेट करेगा कि कोई आए. Whereas someone like a Martinelli or a Gabriel Jesus or a Saka, or even they will try to go forward somehow. Kai Havertz का ऐसा नहीं है, but Kai Havertz has a great habit of running into spaces, you know, and kudos to Emi Martinez. He had a good game. एक शॉट तो ऐसा लग रहा था पक्का गोल है. He dived for
former Arsenal keeper.
Odegaard shot, na?
And yeah,
who has left Arsenal and won more trophies than Arsenal.
कैसा भाई, कैसा मोर ट्रॉफीज.
अबे वर्ल्ड कप जीता है भाई.
वर्ल्ड कप जीता ना भाई.
तो वर्ल्ड कप जीता, उससे पहले कम्युनिटी शील्ड और एफए कप जीता था. 2 जीता था हमारे साथ, खत्म.
और वही ना, वो तुम्हारे वो जो था, तुम 2 जीते and you got rid of him because you didn't like trophies, and then वो एस्टन विला के पास जाके वर्ल्ड कप जीत गया
भाई. वो जीता है अर्जेंटीना के साथ भाई. वो
एस्टन विला के साथ घंटा हरकतें ना सिमिलर है.
अरे कुछ
By
भी
the way,
भाई.
I was thinking
ना ऐसे मत बोल, फिर अभी बोलेगा they have signed a World Cup winner in McAllister. ऐसा मत बोल यार फिर वो अभी.
देख, I am not saying anything, you said it. ठीक है.
No, but what I'm trying to say is Aston Villa played well, but they were dominated by us, bhai. Proper domination.
I agree to that. Yeah, 100%.
And the difference in play that I saw was Howard has started playing a little better, which I didn't expect. क्योंकि starting में तो ऐसा लग रहा था कि भाई सारे पैसे डूब गए, ऊपर से उसकी सैलरी इतनी भाई.
आर्टेटा का हाथ है उसके सर पे, कैसे वो परफॉर्म नहीं करेगा.
अरे भाई मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा who negotiates his salary, because his salary is outrageous for the way he plays.
300
265K भाई. मैं तो ये सोच रहा हूँ चेल्सी में उससे भी ज्यादा उतने पे ही था, है ना.
चेल्सी में ना
नहीं पता, देखा है तो he was very high potential guy.
265. हम लोग मार्शल को 250 देते हैं.
अबे that is there, but this time what happened is Odegaard has started playing from the deep now, so that is the difference. नहीं तो क्या होता था, Odegaard और Saka same space को occupy करने लगते थे. So now we have started actually playing really good football, and though we didn't get the result that we would have liked, but it felt like we have started clicking अभी के लिए, है ना. We have started clicking अभी के लिए. So I mean I was disappointed with the result, but when I looked at the match overall, I was like finally they are clicking. नहीं तो इतने टाइम से हम इतना बकवास तरीके से जीत रहे थे ना. इतना बकवास की we were relying on the other team's mistakes most of the times to score a goal, है ना. हम तो खुद अपनी करते थे. हमारा एक्सपेक्टेशन था कि हमने एक किए, तुम दो कर दो. That is how it was working, right? And our next match is against Brighton, right? Which we expect to be a good game. And so
there were 2
was
games of Arsenal. One was against Villa, which you lost. What was the game midweek?
against Luton also, Luton Town.
Okay,
है ना?
Luton was a proper
Oh, that
roller
was a
coaster
proper.
ride.
अबे उसमें भी हमको एक पेनल्टी मिलना था। अबे यार मैं रो दूंगा यार। पेनल्टी छोड़, अबे वो गैब्रियल ये मंगला इसको ऐसे नीचे कर दिया
Just
भाई।
for FYI, मतलब I heard or read some of it. Arteta and the guy Edwards were colleagues or something somewhere. ऐसा कुछ था.
Who
The
Arteta
Luton
and
manager.
अच्छा I'm not very well aware of it, but the
हाँ.
Luton manager was a
दोनों दोस्त हैं, बहुत अच्छे दोस्त हैं.
proper sport, है
इसलिए
ना?
ऐसा खेलेगा हम लोग.
हाँ.
By the way,
नहीं proper and to be fair, Luton did मतलब Luton के against हम बेकार खेल रहे थे, ठीक है? हम बेकार खेल रहे थे, Luton अच्छा भी खेल रहे थे, but
अच्छा
हम
खेल
बेकार
रहे थे.
खेल रहे थे. And with Luton, I would say that game, if you would have drawn, I would have understood. ये वाला गेम तो भाई ऐसा ऐसा होता है ना कि you have one of those games where 9 out of 10 you win by the way you played, but you lose one by 10 times.
That's football, isn't it?
Yeah, that's football.
That's football.
And to be fair, if you want to challenge for the title, you need to finish your chances, भाई. वो तो अभी सिटी थोड़ा आराम
100%.
ले रही है. When City comes into gear, bro, उनका फरवरी से चालू होता है और देन दे आर लाइक वी वोंट लूज. तुम्हें जो
क्रिसमस के पहले इतने पॉइंट कमाना कमा लो, ठीक है? उसके बाद आएगी सिटी, खेलेगी अपना क्या तो बोलते हैं अपना, कौन सा है वो रन होता है ना उन लोग का, बिल्कुल, जिसमें उन
भाई
लोग
खतरनाक यार,
But
खतरनाक.
I don't like this attitude from Gabriel Jesus. How can you just go and admit that I'm not a good goal scorer? That's not my forte. How can you be a number 9 and admit to that at least?
हाँ.
You know it in your heart is fine. But if you say it out loud, what happens is you've kind of accepted in your mind कि मेरा manager मुझे कुछ नहीं बोलेगा if I don't hit the target or score
Good
goal.
point. Good point. Yeah.
No, the thing is, what he said was like he was confused. Like he also said, but I love scoring goals. So
Who
it wasn't.
doesn't? Defender भी मार के
but
खुश होता है.
अरे
but I would like to interject both of you because the stats say he actually scores quite a lot of goals, right? He score, yeah, हाँ, वो score करता है भाई. The number of
XG
goals he
and
scored, he's
expected XG and कितना goal scored में कितना फर्क
हाँ,
है.
उधर दिक्कत है. But the thing is, he's a very mercurial kind of a player, wherein he can score goals where you don't expect anybody to do anything. As in, he has that ability to do something out of nothing. He can dribble, he can cause problems to defenders. He's not the tallest, but he wins his headers and whatnot. But when it comes to like it's right in front of the goal, right? He's not the best. As in, he's not the best at all.
Doesn't have
In
a striker's instinct, man. I mean that I don't think it translates into anything else. Doesn't have a striker's instinct.
Like in our team, I think in our team the best finisher would be Gabriel Martinelli or Trossard. Those are our best
Saka?
finishers.
and Zinchenko.
Huh?
Zinchenko.
अरे यार उसका मत बोल. वो अलग स्ट्रिपर है भाई. वो he's another stripper while defending भाई. When he's in midfield, right? When he's in midfield,
कितना frustrated है भाई ये already. एक बंदे को लेकर frustrated है.
No, that was the thing that like
it's not frustration. It's just that you know what is wrong with them, right? And you just accept it. Like Zinchenko खुद बोलता है कि मेरी डिफेंडिंग में गलती है. वो थोड़ी ना आके बोल सकता है ब्रो आई एम अ स्ट्रिपर व्हेन आई डिफेंड. नहीं बोल सकता ना यार. मैं बोल सकता हूँ.
तू बोल सकता है.
फैन बोल सकता है.
Because we played against this team, PSV midweek, as in Champions League. उनका राइट विंगर भाई है ना, उनका जिंचेनको था भी नहीं, लेकिन मेरे को किवियोर को ले रहा था. और एंड किवियोर इज अ बेटर डिफेंडर. एंड आई वाज जस्ट थिंकिंग इफ जिंचेनको वाज प्लेइंग ब्रो, I swear I was shitting my pants ki bhai Arteta please do not bring on Zinchenko because he had Kivior's number, and that is the mentality that has already been built, but it is built on the performances that I have seen, right? But I'm looking forward to Brighton now.
Brighton
कि कुछ तो करो भाई, कुछ तो करो. इतने सारे XG कलेक्ट कर रखे हो, एक टीम को तो पेलो अच्छे से.
But
yeah,
I want to speak about
before
Brighton.
you know.
Okay, go ahead.
No, before you close, basically, I'm just thinking this thing, trying to draw parallels a little bit. City before 2 seasons had this problem where they would play with the ball like really well, but create a lot of chances, but miss like 60-70% of those, which seems like a similar problem that you guys are having now. Create a lot, not able to score. Is it an Arteta problem, do you think?
No, at this point of time, I do not think it's an Arteta problem, right? At this point of time, I do think it's a bit of a striker problem. But to give credit to City, they created way more chances than us. हम थोड़ा सा
हाँ
कम create करते हैं
हाँ
without it,
obviously.
but they are enough to put the game to bed, right? They're enough to put the game to bed, and I think if you're competing for the title, eventually the manager has to see the picture, भाई. Has to see कि इधर अच्छा इधर दिक्कत हो रहा है, कुछ तो करो इसको strengthen करने के लिए, right?
So
Yeah,
I had one
nice.
question to all of us actually.
Mm-hmm.
Are you, whoever is following or watching, are you noticing a change or shift in mentality with Brighton in the past few results? They were they were a team that went out to score goals, right? And in the process, they have also conceded and lost a few games middle में. अब I am starting to feel about Brighton is deserve को समझ आ गया, ये प्रीमियर लीग है. Sexy football is fine. जैसे सारों को समझ आ गया था, जैसे पेप in the Champions League, Arteta in the Premier League last season. Everyone is coming to realize that playing good football is alone just not enough. And you have to fix your defensive structure as well to close out games. And I don't know what it's just my observation. I'm not sure if you have watched Brighton games or a couple of them, at least from past 2-3 weeks. So if that were the older Brighton from the start of the season facing Arsenal, then Arsenal would be having a feast. But I am very excited for this fixture actually. After the United versus Liverpool, I am excited about Arsenal versus Brighton because I want to see, again, I know Arsenal's approach, but I want to see
Right.
how Brighton come out of it.
Which
Because
Brighton
they are
is
no
going to
more
come
a team
basically.
where you will have joy कि भाई
Hmm.
अपन passing करके we will play through them. ऐसे. They play their football, yes, but Arsenal also have to be really structured and to मतलब अच्छा game होगा. It will be not one-sided. So a
Yeah.
good fixture actually.
No, on
Good
that
fixture.
point, I would like to say, that point, I would like to say, we create a lot of chances, but we create that because हम लोग का आधा टीम पूरा उधर घुस जाता है. And the reason we are able to play the way we are able to play is basically because of three players, and there are five: Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Declan Rice.
Yep.
भाई Declan Rice नहीं खेलेगा ना. अगर Declan Rice is not playing that single pivot role, भाई हमारी मर जानी है भाई, मर जानी है as soon as he brings on Jorginho, which Arteta does at 88th minute, 80th minute, भाई पैक हो जाते हैं हम कि भाई क्या हो रहा है ये. because the amount of ground that Declan Rice has to cover is insane, भाई, insane.
Single
वो
pivot with the
आगे
high
पीछे,
line is danger calling. मतलब पूरा खतरनाक वाला.
and to be fair, what do you call, Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes also have to cover a lot of ground, है ना. और ऐसा है कि प्योर डिफेंडर हमारा गैब्रियल मगलहाइस ही है. वो तो सलीबा का थोड़ा पोजीशनिंग सही है तो बच जाता है, लेकिन जैसे अगेंस्ट पीएसवी वी फेल इनटू अ ट्रैप एंड सलीबा मिस्ड, और जैसे ही सलीबा मिस किया, गैब्रियल मैगलाइज वाज अ लिटिल फार अवे एंड वी कंसीडर. सो ऐसा नहीं है कि हमारे ड्रॉबैक्स नहीं है. इट्स जस्ट दैट वी आर होपिंग दैट वी कैन पिन द टीम्स. बट आई डू बिलीव, जैसे ब्राइटन हैव गॉट सम पेस, they have got some pace, and they've got Danny Welbeck is pacey for me, right? For a striker, he's pacey for me. They've got that Mitoma guy, and they've got Lamptey, right? All these players, they will find space, they will find
But
space.
I wanted to ask you this thing, not ask you, I wanted to mention it out here that Gabriel Magalhaes, remember he was almost linked to United आने वाला. Then United dropped their interest in the last 2 days of the transfer market and you took him for peanuts. मतलब उस टाइम कम ही था, 25-30 शायद max.
27.
And I was like, ठीक है, मतलब I had not seen that much of him, and I don't think he was being chased by multiple clubs that मेरे को ऐसा लगा कि इतना lucrative नहीं होगा शायद player. But
नहीं, Napoli chase कर रही थी.
this guy Abhay had that time said कि भाई देखना you guys will regret it. I guess from 3 years ago, 3 seasons ago,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
3 years,
yeah,
three
yeah,
seasons ago he was signed.
yeah.
And I am telling you, he's a beast of a defender, and I never thought that he will be the center of Arsenal's heart of the defense, and he's very pivotal to them. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, good pick actually by.
Yeah, no, but I've seen this, right? Napoli were also after them. I've seen this कि Napoli generally जिन players को target करता है ना, they're very well scouted, yeah. Very well scouted, है ना?
टियरनी
Because
भी था
Napoli
वो
was after
लिस्ट में.
him. हाँ? क्या?
टियरनी भी था.
क्या?
टियरनी भी नापोली और सेल्टिक ने स्काउट किया था,
हाँ,
but
so,
but you've shipped him
so,
off to La Liga or
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, yeah. So the problem with Tierney is he's injury prone का थोड़ा दिक्कत है. And secondly, they the way Arteta plays, right? तुम्हारा लेफ्ट बैक जो है टक्स इनटू मिडफील्ड and Tierney is not that great with the ball. When you have seen someone like a Zinchenko or a Urian
Correct.
Timber or a Ben
Inverted
White,
वाला सीन है.
हाँ,
Anak
inverted
type.
वाला सीन है. Or else Tierney is a very good left, and defensively तो भाई like head and shoulders above like all the left backs we have.
Yeah,
है
yeah.
कितने, है ना?
बट वही है ना मैनेजर्स का. आई गेस मुझे लगता है
Yeah.
टेन हैग आल्सो हैज द सेम मेंटालिटी कि मेरे को थोड़ा कॉम्प्रोमाइज डिफेंसिवली मे बी फाइन फॉर अ फुल बैक, बट आई वांट a player to be very good on the ball, because most of the time you are going to try to dominate, if not dominate, through in the midfield, because and that is the reason why Dello, in spite of all the errors he makes leading to goals, he always keeps on starting ahead of AW.
Right.
Or in games where we know that we are going to absorb pressure, AW starts. So clear mentality is a manager ka, the inverted wingers and fullbacks coming into the picture these days.
But I will say one thing though. Looking at just the team sheets, right? Just the team sheets, I would say Liverpool actually have done pretty well. Because मतलब ठीक है वो मजाक में स्टार्टिंग में वो बोल दिया कि मिडफील्ड नहीं है, बट भाई Szoboszlai has not turned into a goal scoring machine or whatever, and Endo is मतलब is not the answer. If he's the answer, I really question what was the question.
What was the question?
अगर वो आंसर है ना, तो I would say कि क्या बोलते हैं, I'm looking forward to the United versus Liverpool game as well, and
over the
मजा
game
आएगा.
week, yeah, I feel Liverpool are light there, and we have our own problems. So I guess a good discussion out of this game week, or 2 game
I
weeks
think
rather.
I believe Garnacho can
And
be
I
a
did not
good-
even mention Sheffield, by the way. And we talked about so many things. And there was nothing to mention actually. We won. So and we won very comfortably.
This guy, the way he's gloating, no.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, see,
Right.
good stuff actually. Good packed week, the last one, and the next one that is coming is obviously very exciting. The classic Liverpool versus United, and Arsenal also doesn't have a easy game. So yeah, we're looking forward to it, and we're going to go for it, obviously. So yeah, hopefully you guys let us know what you feel about all these fixtures.
Looking forward to
And
United versus Liverpool, guys.
yeah, so much.
Yeah, have a good
GGMU.
streaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
You will
Okay.
walk
Este
alone.
bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed.